evidence and asked others to lie to the FBI. Bondi's acting deputy, the number 2 at the Justice Department, responded with a stinging 8-page letter of his own, accusing Sassoon of insubordination. He added that the prosecutors who've worked on the Adams case will now be put on leave and could be fired. Stephen Portnoy, ABC News for 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
Both Mayor Adams and Trump border czar Tom Homan to sit down for a joint interview today on Fox News. That's to talk about the deal they struck yesterday to allow ICE agents onto Rikers Island. Homan had this to say on the network.
Getting ICE officers back in Rikers is meaningful because we agree that, the worst, the firearms violations, the murders, the kidnappers, the rapists, will come to our attention, so release, we can grab them.
Sandy Nurse chairs the City Council's Criminal Justice Committee.
The mayor of New York City is not only compromised, but he is now complicit in carrying out the Trump agenda of a racist spectacle of mass deportation.
The mayor says ICE will be focused on violent criminals and gangs. New health concerns about the Pope.
Francis has been admitted to Rome's Gemelli Hospital for tests and treatment of bronchitis. A Vatican spokesman said it was expected he would remain a few days. The Pope has been suffering from respiratory problems for the last weeks and has asked others to read his longer speeches.
That's correspondent Anna Matranga. Sources telling CNN when he arrived at the hospital, the Pope appeared to be struggling to talk. Stay with 1010 Wins for any new information. A protest today in the West Village, one day after references to transgender people were removed from the National Park Service's website page for the Stonewall National Monument. That comes after President Trump's executive order that the federal government recognize only 2 genders, male and female. City Council member Eric Botcher represents the village.
Stonewall would not have happened without our trans siblings, and the fact that they're trying to erase their very presence at this monument is outrageous. We cannot let this stand, and we will not let this stand.
In a post on X, Governor Hochul called the Trump administration move cruel and petty. So it turns out the pop-up concerts from this guy, off the schedule. Had 2 sold-out shows at the Bowery Ballroom this week, but those were canceled for Sir Paul. Max, however, telling Billboard magazine he's totally cool with that. He says once he heard it was Paul McCartney, it was fine. Besides, he says he was actually able to move his own concerts to a bigger venue. And then the 23-year-old joked, "I'm disappointed we weren't able to get McCartney to open for us." Let's get Bloomberg Money Watch on 1010 Wins. With
Bloomberg Money Watch coming up.
Well, Susan, some JP Morgan workers recently launched an online petition against the company's 5-day-a-week return to office mandate. But CEO Jamie Dimon is having none of it. He said during a company town hall meeting that he doesn't care how many people sign the petition. He also added that managers will not be allowed to decide workplace arrangements for their teams. Dimon said the abuse that took place was extraordinary and, quote, "Our managers simply didn't manage." The New York Stock Exchange plans to start an exchange in Texas. It will launch a
It is
fully
freezing.
electronic exchange in Dallas pending
It is
regulatory
27
filings.
degrees.
Dallas is close to the Texas Stock Exchange, which plans to begin trading early next year. Last year, NASDAQ reorganized its business into 3 regional divisions, including Texas. Let's get you a quick check of trading. Stocks are slightly lower this Friday. Dow futures down 110 points. S&P futures falling 0.2%. Bloomberg Money Watch at 26 and 56 past every hour. I'm Courtney Donahoe for 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
Right now, we're commuting to work on this freezing Friday. Happy Valentine's Day to all the subscribers. I thank you for viewing these not so exciting videos as you join me and my commute to work.
$15 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE.
I know 27 degrees might not seem very cold for folks up in the north, where they're constantly below zero.
Energy efficiency program. Just ask John Riley of Grasshoppers Comics in Williston Park.
And we're on a commercial right now, so just to let you know, we're on Broadway. If you're not from this area, we're on Broadway heading east. We're in Paterson, New Jersey, and we're on our way to Garfield, New Jersey. This is my daily commute, by the way. This is the route I take to work every morning. And I always listen to 1010 Wins in the morning, always. Even before I started uploading the videos. I like to know what's going on first thing in the morning, the latest developments. And I decided a few years ago that I'm going to upload every single broadcast that I can record while I commute to work. Sometimes I don't upload an episode during the weekend if I'm not commuting to work. But if I get a chance to upload a weekend news snippet, I will do that. But I thank you. We have 49 historians on the Documenting History channel. We have 3,200 subscribers on the Pride in Patterson channel. And that's the channel that I upload Patterson, New Jersey content. A lot of northern New Jersey communities. Some content in those communities. And a travel vlog is also on that channel when I go and travel somewhere out of New Jersey. That's where I'll put that video in that playlist. But we're here at East 33rd Street. We're getting ready to have Eastside Park next to us. Let's get the 7:30 headlines.
Very good Friday morning. I'm Scott Stanford. Let me call you sweetheart.
Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Yes, my friends, it's the 14th of February. Going to be a cold Valentine's Day at that, but you can certainly warm it up for your significant other. Maybe you get some flowers. You can go with the chocolates, romantic lunch or dinner. How about what Glenn Schuck likes to do? You just sing it.
Janet and Ernie Garbaccio have been together 47 years, so come on, Ernie, it's Valentine's Day.
If you had a song that you would want to sing for your lovely wife for Valentine's Day, what would it be?
All My Tomorrows by Frank Sinatra. He can sing.
Now, the question is, though, can you sing?
No, I can't sing.
So you're refusing?
No, I don't sing.
To you and all my tomorrows belong to you.
That's nice.
Oh, that was
she
nice.
Tried.
Janet getting emotional as she was singing there.
And he's a good grandpa. He's a good papa.
And I'm feeling inspired myself. That's very nice. I'm going to sing that tomorrow.
Hey,
When the moon hits your eye.
Like a
Come on,
big
sing it.
pizza pie, that's amore.
Yeah.
And just what you wanted on a Friday morning, more of me singing. Stay tuned. Glenn Schuck, 1010 wins, 92.3 FM.
I always tell Glenn never to sing on the radio. What kind of lunatic sings on the radio? Wednesday news time, 7:31. Traffic and transit. Working my way back to you, Andre Ferro.
Let's go to the Southern State Parkway in Nassau County, where the delays are really kicking in, heading westbound between the Wantagh and Peninsula Boulevard. The westbound LIE is slow by Glen Cove Road. Here's what we see on Long Island's Big Three. I forgot to say that. Heading westbound over by IU Willits Road and heading onto that Northern State Parkway from Meadowbrook, you do have some delays there. There's also a trouble spot entering Queens if you're traveling on the westbound side of Sunrise Highway in Valley Stream, right by the Green Acres Mall. Before you get to the Belt Parkway, there's a crash knocking out one lane, causing big delays. Bigger delays in Queens on that eastbound Grand Central Parkway. That crash still hasn't cleared by Northern Boulevard, just east of LaGuardia Airport. That's doing a number on the westbound Grand Central Parkway as well, with delays that go back to the LIE. Still working on a stall northbound FDR by the 59th Street Bridge, and the westbound Cross Bronx and Bruckner are getting really slow because of the crash on the westbound Bruckner by the Hunts Point Drawbridge. Inbound GWB, here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. At least 35 minutes. The southbound Palisades ramp is slow. Eastbound 46 of the approach is busy as well. Lincoln Tunnel is wide open. Go for it. Heading inbound. The inbound Holland going to need an extra 15 minutes with the delays on 139 eastbound through Jersey City. Traffic and transit on the ones and breaking traffic alerts whenever they happen. Andre Ferro, 1010 wins on 92.3 FM.
Thank you guys for joining me on my commute. Hope you guys have a great Valentine's Day, and we'll see you on the next episode.